Indiana Fever announcer on Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham. Pat Boylan is living his dream. The Indianapolis native works for his hometown pro basketball teams. He is the play-by-play voice of the Indiana Fever and the host and sideline reporter for the Pacers radio network, a member of the top 2024 Awful announcing WNBA local broadcasting team. Boylan has enjoyed a front seat to the Caitlin Clark experience. This season, however, the Fever has had to overcome injuries to Clark to contend for a playoff spot. We caught up with him to discuss the season, Clark, and how some of her teammates have thrived despite her absence. Note: this interview has been edited and condensed for length and clarity. Awful announcing. How would you describe this season? Pat Boylan: fascinating. I think that's probably the word I would use the most. It's been frustrating at times, certainly, with Caitlin Clark not being available for more than half of the season. From an on-court perspective, that's certainly been a challenge that was unanticipated. But when you broadcast sports or when you work for a team, you understand that that certainly can be the case. There were a lot of trials and tribulations at the beginning of the season. But watching this team lately kind of round into form to get to 5 games over .500 at one point was spectacular considering the circumstances. How would you describe the season Caitlin Clark has had so far on the floor? It's been a significant challenge, as it would be for any player. She's had stretches where she plays 4 or 5 games and then sits out for 4 or 5 games and then is back for 5. And then, unfortunately, the injury has hit again. She hasn't had any ability to string together anything more than a couple of weeks' worth of games. That's quite obviously been the biggest challenge for her, and really for this team, is just gaining any continuity. In the 13 games, she's had some signature moments. The triple-double on opening day, the game against New York on national TV, where she was spectacular. Unfortunately, she hasn't been able to stay healthy enough this year. What's the best example of Caitlin Clark's popularity? I would say that she, already in her early 20s, is just about as popular as any athlete, professional or collegiate, in the history of the state. When you come to a Fever game day and you walk near the building, you see a sea of red and a sea of 22 jerseys and shirts. I think at the level that you would have seen 31 Reggie Miller jerseys, 18 Peyton Manning jerseys. It's amazing to see the popularity at such a young age here in Indiana. She has an incredible following that comes with her from Iowa. But it's been amazing to see just how quickly Hoosiers have adopted her, as I would say already in the Mount Rushmore of most popular athletes in the history of this state.